Hey everybody, we're back. I really think we were close on the last one. Even though we died on the second boss, I think we were like... We beat that boss, we win the game, in my opinion. Hey, 99 gold for a rare colorless card. That's good stuff. I think everything that I know about the Watcher, which is not that much, but more than it was a month ago, secret weapon is your play. To be able to, especially because we can make it not exhaust, this is basically a copy of any attack we want. If we have Eruption, we pick our best attack, probably. Or maybe you take like whatever the card is that if the enemy's attacking, you go into Calm, so you can exit the stance. Or if you don't have the Wrath stance, you then get Eruption via this. So I'm a big believer in that, and I think that my strategy for now, just because we've lost twice in a row, I know it sounds a little backwards, but just because we lost twice in a row does not mean that the strategy is bad. It just needs a little tweaking maybe overall. You know what? Crush joints, I'm always a little dubious on it. Take 8? I mean, I prefer not to if possible. Is not... Hold on, this will actually... You know what? 8 damage. Now we take 2. Basically, we block 6 damage with a potion, but I can live with it, I guess. 1 turn of vulnerability, we don't care. But I was gonna say, Crush Joints, if we target it via the secret weapon, it will always have the vulnerability trigger attached. Does it matter? Maybe, maybe not. Let's do some damage. Let's do 16, 18. Comes so very close to killing you, but doesn't quite get us there. We take 7, but there's little we can do about that right now. Except embrace it. At least we got through you before the blocks started coming out. Let's, I mean, a battle hymn is like it's such an important enabler for me, I think. I would definitely like to have some blocks. Might as well do this, I suppose, even though I'm literally not even gonna take advantage of it at all. But now, like, I have a loop, and it took a second to crystallize in my head, so I apologize for that. God, this is gonna stink, huh? I'd really like to minimize our damage taken. This didn't change too much. But now I have a loop in my head. You know, Battle Hymn gives you a smite every turn. Then you use your secret weapon, you know, before you exhaust it, obviously. You use your secret weapon to grab your Eruption to play your, Man, we really need some blocks. to grab your Eruption and then play your smites and get the kill. I think that's just how you play the game. Honestly, like, I know it's only 2 extra block, but I think we have 2 upgrades that, in my opinion, we kind of desperately need. 38. You know, I'll take 3. You're lucky, though, because I was close to splitting you. Maybe you're not lucky. We could get an empty fist in hand. It's not that relevant, though, because I can't actually afford to play the empty fist. You might as well just draw it this turn instead. I will take away for the hand. I'm a little scared, for sure. I hate to do it, but I honestly think I have to. I think I have to go for the upgrade. If we die, we're early, right? Like, that's the gist of it here. So a Battle Hymn is always going to be important for us. This is going to suck. This is going to be really, really bad. We're going to go down to single-digit HP, if I had to guess. We have a total of 24 damage on the field, so I definitely want to... I mean, that's 10 block right there. And then... I mean, straight up, watch this, okay? Because this allows us to get a wave of the hand out there, and then we take 0 damage. We're only an eruption, a smite, and one other thing away from killing this sentry. But this is not the turn. I think because we'll get extra energy next turn, we'll also get the talk to the hand value. Okay, so maybe we actually won't go down to single-digit HP. We don't... You know what, actually, we would love to weaken the enemies now that I look at this. And I think we'd rather... No, we'll do it like this. We want our energy back. We'll smite you. Give you a turn of weakness. We'll smite you as well. We need a smite to kill you. Something tells me we're probably going to draw one. Turnip. Very good. We died with turnip last time, but that's okay. Establishment is like a must-take. Hello. Not a mistake. A must-take. This, if we could afford it early, could be fun, but I'm going to take another Wrath Enabler. I'm trying not... Oh, Shuriken's interesting, too. I'm trying not to overcompensate for the problems that led to our demise on the last run, but... So check this out. Use Secret Weapon to just draw a strike so that you don't get it in the future. How does that sound? Why did I play Wave of the Hand? We could have probably killed you. Start puzzling these turns out a little bit more. Next turn, we will be unable to attack. I was just going to say, talk to the hand. You know it's coming out. If we're unable to attack, you know a talk to the hand's coming out. Establishment Battle him is a win condition in and of itself. I'm just trying not to die. Well, we're not gonna die, but life is somewhat painful. 9 damage, huh? 9 damage. Let's just get set up. Then next turn we will be able to kill you. We got 48 damage for like 0 energy out there. Well, for little energy. Okay, Ambrosia, extremely potentially important right now. No enemies. I'm taking the Relic, man. I should be scared, but I'm not as scared as I should be. Pain is a nasty one, don't get me wrong. That's the turn right there. Okay. Now we're getting set up. We probably still want to rest one more time before the boss. I think. Crescendo? Strikes, it's not getting you there. Don't make me laugh. We'll land this, we'll play this. We're still taking no damage. Next turn's gotta be pain. You're expecting. Battle him showing up so late is annoying. Crescendo. Cross joints. I will become back my money. It's alright, 3 damage. We really want to save the potion for the boss. Like, the Wrath stance is good, but the Divinity stance is what it's all about. I was just gonna say, I think we might want a 0-cost attack. And it's not, like, incredible, necessarily. But I do like the idea of a 0-cost attack. Just to make sure that if we draw a secret weapon, but we have no energy to really play it, and then play something else on top of it, at least we can still target an attack that does something. Maybe not a lot, but something. Sure, that's fine. I'm scared. I feel like being able to scry through our curse might keep us alive temporarily, but I don't know. So battle him early is, like, I couldn't have asked for more. And then I'm gonna do the 14 damage. I guess I'll do the 8 damage as well. Just get that pain out of my hand. This is very important. Just lucky. Very important. You know what? We don't need to see a basic defend if you got talk to the hand on you. Do we want to play like a secret weapon and then draw a cut through fate? That seems nice to me. Let's get a... I hate to see it, because we'd like to get Wave of the Hand early, but I think we'll just send both to the bottom. Shuriken got triggered there. Interesting. Interesting. 18 damage. Okay, cool. We're taking 7 on the big turn. That's not as bad as it could be. Now here... I don't think we're going to get to 12 block, but hear me out. Vigilance, Crescendo. We go to 3 energy. 8 block, you're doing 12 damage. We're going to get to 12 block. Never mind. You don't even need to process the rest of this. We also get the strength upgrade. I guess that's another reason to take just lucky. So now you're doing 24 damage. And we're in a bad spot. But we do have a block potion. We do have an Ambrosia potion. I don't think this is where you play Ambrosia, but I definitely think you could play a block here. Actually, I think you could play both. It's basically 2 block potions. Actually, can I tell you? We might not need to play a block potion. Yeah, we don't really... The block doesn't do that much. To be able to hold on to that is pretty important for me, I think. I would love to draw a secret weapon. We'll get that strike out of there, you know, forever. Of these, I think we would I thought I was scrying. It's completely my bad. But you know what? That means we're drawing Eruption next turn, which I think means that the Hexaghost is dead. Okay. We're alive. These, it's fair to say, were not really what I'm looking for. It's tough. This is a very tough one. I mean, I have no AoE, so an alpha appeals to me, but we also have no means to really create energy out of thin air. I'm going to take a basic Conjure Blade, and I don't... You know what? I'm going to also take the Violet Lotus, and I'm going to bank on this giving us the energy we want when we want it. And I think that that's naive of me, but I'm going to try nonetheless, okay? Early Talk to the Hand, dump the strike, we never want to see it. Talk to the Hand, Empty Fist. Take 5 damage. We're lucky to be alive right now. It's funny, this run is like a little bit... goofy, like by my standards. Give me the strength upgrade and we'll still play our Conjure Blade. For one, it's not great, but you know, this is almost like a... It's more of a prediction for the future. We can take a Protect now. I do love Akabeko, but I think... Is this Entropic Brew? Man, oh man. If only I could afford this and this. I think we could take an Entropic Brew. We're obviously going to remove pain. Like, this is the worst part of our deck by far. But I think now we can feel a little bit more open to using potions. Not immediately. Like, we might find a good chance to use a block potion even on, like, our next turn. But let's... Wave of the Hand is just good. I think following this, we want, like, a Cut-Through Fate. That way we can see what's coming up. And a Talk to the Hand, unfortunately, is not that good right now. Nor is a Vigilance, really. Nor is a Basic Defend. So we got 2 block. We don't need to pop a potion just yet. No Frailty. You love to see it. This is more of our potion popping turn. And you know what? Immediately, I consider myself a big fan. This is where you pop. Crescendo. Smite. I'm hoping we can get there. I did not do the math. 18, Empty Fist. Let's go. Okay. We stall. Give me a Ritual Dagger on this one. I think we could use a great attack. Upgrade all strikes and defense. Then let's get a little nuts. Let's upgrade the Ritual Dagger. And let's start treating it as much as possible like a lesson learned. This also is something we could target with secret weapon. Not in this situation, unfortunately, but in some situations. So if I played a secret weapon here, what would I be looking for? Maybe a secret weapon into a talk to the hand is kind of sick. And honestly, it applies best to you, because I'm going to be hitting the crap out of you. Don't really care to see an empty fist right now. Whenever you block, you get weak. Okay, yeah. Or you apply weak, I should say. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just it's not the right time. My time. I'm telling you, we can get this ritual dagger to pop. It's worth taking not much heat, but it's worth taking a little heat to get it happening. And I think we could kill you in 1 to 2 hits with it. So no sweat there. Sure, give me a basic defend. I love it. It's like my favorite thing in the world. Basic defense. Oh, love them. Okay. One of these days we're going to get a shuriken to go. Everything's going to fall into place, I promise. When you exit energy, you get a little extra, or exit calm, you get a little extra energy. You're doing 24 damage. This is a little nasty. Now we're in calm, at least, so we can... Yeah, we could crescendo out and accomplish very little. Now that we have a battle him, though, like... In theory, this should be a little bit better. Like, the battle him needs to be made innate pretty much as soon as possible. You have to die, but I really want to get into another stance after. So I'm willing to get insane here. Crescendo me. Wave of the hand me. Then play a Snecko oil. And would you look at this madness? So we love that. We do want you to die. You are doing 21 damage. I know this is going to make us vulnerable. I accept that as a cost of doing business. Let's play all of our zero cost attacks. Now you're doing 14. That's like nothing. You're doing nothing. That was a great Snecko eye. Thankfully we did not draw a ritual dagger. I'm content keeping these right here. I'm just looking at 22 damage. Ritual dagger will not kill you. So we'd rather draw it on our next turn with anything. This is so important. I said with anything. What I meant was with a smite, of course. I'm happy where we stand. Am I fighting an elite? I don't think so. Am I making the mistake that I made last time? Maybe. Give me the gold. I'll take regret. White Beast statue is kind of incredible. That's incredible. Secret weapon. Talk to the hand. Early talk to the hand. Changes the game. Draw battle him. It's necessary. Play battle him. Okay, okay. With only 3 energy, we got something going on here. Now, I would like to say... Oh, good. This is innate. So this is 2 block. Thanks so much. That hurts. But I would like to say we need to find a way to get into and out of calm more often. This is kind of stinky, huh? If we can get into and out of calm more often, the energy is gonna flow. You're a real piece of work. Are you aware of the fact that you're a real piece of work? Is that a thing that brings a smile to your face when people tell you you're a real piece of work? You know, when you leave me at 9 HP and you're doing 27 damage on this turn, does that make you feel like you're like a cool individual? There's no way I'm going to be able to afford Ritual Dagger. But... well, and other things, I guess. I'm like, if I... Secret weapon... Who knows what these even cost, man? So this does 15 damage one time. This does 16 damage. I feel like we need to at least try to draw Eruption to see what it costs. Even if we can't play the Ritual Dagger, which we can't. We need to be able to do double damage to have any chance to survive here. But now I'm realizing... Hold on, we have that. We still can't kill you with this. That's like 30 damage one time. If we just had one energy. Whatever, we lived, like... Embrace that. I'll take a second Protect. I think it's pretty important. Pain or Regret must be removed from the deck. We got a 26 card deck? That doesn't seem right. How can we have a 26 card deck and be bad? Should be easy. Well, you know what? It's energy. It's just an energy-based problem. Maybe playing a little fast. Draw the Talk to the hand. And play it. Oh, you got 2 energy, you fool! You fool! We're dead. Like, literally, what could we do? Eruption. Fire Potion. Alright, we're not dead. I apologize for saying we're dead. We actually did pretty well there. I guess, like, I just want to say, like, the reason that this one's tough for me is basically just because, like, I feel like I don't know what's causing our strife on this one. Yikes. I feel like if I could diagnose this run a little better, I wouldn't be... I mean, I'm not upset to begin with, but I wouldn't be as upset if I could at least figure out why we're eating dirt on it. And I do feel like I'm eating a little bit of dirt. Okay, you're doing 9 damage. That is enough for us to die, so you gotta be careful. Can we kill you? I think there's a very realistic chance you're dead, but then we've really got to kill you immediately on the next turn. I think you can Vigilance, and then Crescendo. And then Smite you. And Smite you. And just lucky you. Remove the Conjure Blade from the puzzle. And then... what do we gotta do? We gotta hit the crap out of you next turn. You're doing 28 damage. Let's pop this energy. So that we can get a Crush Joints out there. And then you're dead. And I'm a genius, accidentally. Hey, a Flex Potion. Very nice. Fear no evil to have another way to enter the calm state. There's no way we're killing these guys. What am I talking about? It's like inconceivable. Give me my strength. I do appreciate that. We have to play a Battle Hymn. We have to play a Talk to the Hand. A Protect to at least have it in hand seems pretty important. Another strength upgrade for us. You're doing 35 damage. Very bad. To get through this, let's try to draw into something a little bit more spectacular. I think you gotta play the Establishment, and you're gonna call me all sorts of names. 42, and you're doing 35. I think the Establishment is the only way we get out of this. And I don't think that we get out of this, but I think it's the only way in theory that we could. There's something about like a Crescendo, Secret Weapon, Bowling Bash. We don't have enough energy to do the ridiculous things I'm asking. Although we will if we play a Protect. Although, can we play a Just Lucky? You know what we can do? We can get an Empty Fist. Okay, hold on. So take your Empty Fist. Crescendo. Smite. I was gonna say smite, smite, empty fist. Oh, we could have done this so much better. Oh, no, 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 no. Whatever, we take a little hit. And then we drink a little water. No, we're actually just dead. And I'm gonna start up another one because I'm embarrassed with myself. Like, give your head a shake. This one bothers me. I'm displeased. Choose a card. Okay, now we're talking. Choose a card. Give me a way to enter Wrath. Now, don't play on tilt. That's the way that you find yourself in pure misery. If I could learn something from our previous runs, what would it be? That's part of the problem is I don't know. I feel like we need... If we're gonna do this stance-changing build, we need to be able to have better attacks. Like, our attacks were not really doing enough. We need to be able to hit harder. I'll take a Sash Whip literally because it's an attack. Upgraded, I think it's okay as well. Not doing much for us on turn 1, but it's okay. Typically, I would say, like, taking 1 damage here is okay. Could put them in Wrath, or in a vulnerable. I don't think it has Ness. I didn't mean to play. Literally, I'm stupid. I just misclicked. Because the cards change position. Okay, this is... I'm now reminding myself of how we got ourselves into an A20 quicksand earlier in life. I still think you take Establishment. It does nothing for us early. That will change. Indignation just slaps here. You should still be killed in, like, you know, turn 2. Beautiful. Why is this going so much better? Like, that's the problem for me, is, like, trying to figure out how that happened. I genuinely think a signature move could be our play. A Sands of Time is a little cooler. But I feel like a signature move could be that could be the wave of the future. Hate this, for sure. AoE attack, please. Brilliance is pretty good. But for 0, a wheel kick is literally just better. Glad I figured that one out in time. Am I okay taking 5 damage? Not as okay as I am taking 0. Turns out if you just have 2 potions, this is not so bad. Yeah, as long as you're willing to use them. More attacks. More attacks, less blocks, man. That's the play. More attacks, less blocks. More attacks, less blocks. I'm not willing to take 20 to accomplish nothing. So just... This one's just gonna suck. And that's okay. Let's... again, did I talk about how this is gonna suck yet? I think you take 20 on this turn, and is real stinky. But it's in the service of something better in the future. Windmill Strike, we're just waiting on it to do lethal, or for us to play Establishment, Eruption, and then, you know, it's the greatest thing you could ever ask for. We could play a Windmill Strike and a signature move this turn. That would be nice. Can I tell you something, though? I feel like you just play Establishment, Windmill Strike, and then a Miracle Defend. And then when we draw this Windmill Strike again, which won't happen for a million years, we'll be so happy. We'll be tickled pink. I'm a little wary that we're not even going to live through this. It's looking okay right now, which is to say bad, but, you know, there's a way out. I don't feel like... Well, you know what? Screw it. I was like, I don't think we're going to necessarily draw away to Existence next turn, but I'm like Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive, man. I don't care. Then you just windmill strike you to death. We lived through our first elite fight, and that's like... That's the meat and potatoes of any run. So I'm not sweating it. Juzu Bracelet is a very nice enabler for us to not die. That doesn't matter at all because we're about to die. We can't do anything to stop it. This is like the definition of playing on tilt. I can't leave you with such a faithless Slay the Spire situation, so we're gonna run it back. And we're gonna take the on tilts option. And I think we're gonna go this way. Now, use your brain. Don't even worry about diagnosing your problems, you know, leave that up to a psychiatrist. Focus on what you know. Okay, a special relic curse. I love it. We're still gonna manage to take damage even when the enemy is 1 HP. That's okay. I still do like this, especially upgraded. This was our last 1 HP enemy. That's fine. We're still in a great spot for an elite fight here. We need damage, for sure. And I think now we've got blocks and damage, which is rare for me. I definitely do want... You know what? Give me a bowling bash. We know that that works. We know it can be important. You have to play Reach Heaven. You don't have to play your strike. An Eruption, a couple of other attacks, and a Reach Heaven through Violence, like it almost gets you there. We have to play Eruption. So we might as well get a little bit of block out of it before we commit. Now, we're going to draw... basically, this is what it's all about, okay? If we don't draw through Violence, we just restart the run. If we do draw through Violence, we're not doing so bad. Eternal Feather, very helpful. We need more attacks. A Cut Through Fate giving us some self-selection is nice. Go ahead and take my gold, because we don't want to lose HP in advance of this. You gotta play a Reach Heaven. I don't want to play it early. You have to play it, because it's our only good attack. I don't know if it's worth... You know what? Let's spend 1 to get 2 out there for the future. But Eruption is just a very hard card for us to play. Moving forward. Let's see what we're getting. Let's draw past Eruption, so we can hopefully draw it on a future turn that's a little bit more valuable for us. And the Insight will actually make that more likely. Through Violence gets retained, so we can just hold it. Now, Eruption, Reach Heaven would be nice here. And we got exactly what we asked for. And now I'm like, if you just scry... A Bowling Bash almost gets you there. Then you're, of course, going to draw. It didn't really matter. Okay, we just need 2 attacks. Through Violence works. We didn't lose much there. Stone Calendar, also helpful. Okay, okay. Now give me a Meditate. This is not a bad thing. Am I willing to get loco? Am I willing to fight 1 more elite here? Energy is now conserved between turns. I definitely still feel like a second rest on top of the feather is valuable enough. Having a potion here is very nice. Okay, I'm playing so much faster than I need to. Do not recommend. On the other hand, I'm feeling great. This must be played. So let's do it like this. I feel like it might be worth noting if we could just put up like a reasonable amount of block. Then in theory, we just wait for Stone Calendar to do all our AoE for us. It would be nice to have that degree of flexibility. Go ahead and draw these so we don't draw them next turn. Like, we have multiple easy win conditions here without taking much more damage from this. This is one of them. We didn't... Oh, we did use a potion there. Okay, but Anchor? Anchor's pretty good. Now, I do think a Battle Hymn is still... Maybe you consider it a little slow. I consider it a little, elite. And I'm not playing around anymore. I think you can see for yourself. I'm doing what needs to be done. And not hesitating. I still think a Perseverance can pop. So I really wanted to do one more elite fight. And I think you can totally play this, and this, and this. We wish to... I mean, Bowling Bash is not bad. We don't need a Strike or a Perseverance. And now I'm realizing we're just going to get Bowling Bash right away. What's more important? Bowling Bash or a Battle Hymn? I think, in case your next turn sucks, having some flexibility is advantageous. But it did not suck. Pen Nib, I like to see it. Conjure Blade with Ice Cream. We're starting to get to, like, a potential payout. I totally feel like we can upgrade there. We're at 45. Do me a favor and smith me. And give me an innate Battle Hymn. We won't need the rest. Okay. The man is possessed now. Something inside of him has changed. You want to make the devil... You want to send a shiver down the devil's spine? Make a nice guy lose his cool. 38 damage. I laugh in the face of 38 damage. I say, ha 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 ha! That's not even, like, a big deal. As long as we meditate at the end. But, like, we're not doing enough damage to really justify that right now. In many ways. Such as... okay, yeah. That's 12 block. I don't even think you play him, man. I think you stall. Meditate some garbage back into your hand. Like, we're gonna be in Vigilance. Just put a Reach Heaven there. We're storing some energy with Ice Cream that we can use on Conjure Blade, if we choose. We can definitely play an Insight. You gotta play a Reach Heaven, and we'll draw it next turn without a doubt. In fact, if we cut through Fate, we'll draw it right now, which is bad. We don't want to do that. So what do we want to do? I think we want to play a cool Conjure Blade, and then play all of our attacks next turn. What is this turn? There's a part... You know what I think you might actually do? Maybe play... I was going to say play some zero-cost stuff, but this is 30 plus 40. That's 70 damage. 30, 40. We would have 2 energy left. 70. You'd be at 35. Plus this. You'd have 2 enemies with 7 HP left. Okay. Maybe I was too hasty. Maybe we just play that, and then next turn, you're both dead. But I was waiting to see if we would draw the Eruption, because it could have made it even more incredible. I genuinely think you take a Brilliance just because it's a good attack. And I think when you exit Calm, you get additional energy. And I'm not messing around anymore. 7 minutes in, I brought you to the 2nd floor. Dunky dunk, dunky dunk, 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 dunk. This is a bad situation where we need to play all 3 of these. The most important play is Reach Heaven. You can play an Expunger to create a Garbage Strike. Cut through Fate for sure. Better cards, please. Expunger... Look. We'll then bring it back into hand, I think. It's not that good. Why am I, like, tunnel visioning on this 1 damage Expunger? Like, it's just genuinely kind of suboptimal. I would even, to be honest with you, just save the energy from it to use on a future turn. Like this one right here where we kill you easily. Exact math, easily. I do think we need more Wrath Enable, so I respect and appreciate this. A Duplication. Duplication. Is interesting. I would love to. I actually just think it's not the right time. I wish it were. I don't think it is. I'll take a discovery and a third eye. I do not like this. Would you go ahead and lose the regular HP instead of becoming cursed and not being able to remove it? Because we're going to hit a campfire anyway. Lose 22 max HP to get strikes and bites. I say no. And I really want to upgrade our eruption, but I also don't want to die to this elite. It's a complicated scenario. Love having this this anchor. You wouldn't know it from the fact that I keep forgetting that it exists, but I promise you I'm happy. I mean, even you know what, actually, I think a 2-cost Conjure Blade. Now we're like 36 damage for 1 if we're in the Wrath state. I don't know if it's necessarily apt to always say, like, oh, if we're in the Wrath state, look at this amazing stuff, but it is what it is. Let's draw. I don't know what to say. I want to not take a bunch of damage. Let's third eye. Insight. We know what we're getting. Discovery for 1, I was just going to say, it just seems like there's no way that's not an insanely good play for us. And then, I guess I'll hit you for 18. Our hand's getting full. Could you just, like, take a turn off? Times are getting a little tight for us here. I guess put me in calm. Bring this crap back to my hand. Dude, please, please. Just take one turn. Just one turn. I'm begging you. Just take a turn off. I'm not asking for the world, okay? This is just it. You draw a tantrum next turn, and we try to kill you. And if we don't kill you, we probably die. And we embrace that as what is known as the circle of life. Guess what? You're dead. You suck. Dead branch. That's certainly going to make things interesting. We got a long way to go, though, before this becomes, like, automatic. Oh, like water. Well, we're not going to end in the calm state, but so be it. Okay, remember, save your energy. I don't know, Dead Branch strikes me as giving me the opportunity to pull out of this one. I do think that, we're not in Wrath yet, so I think a Conclude is kind of a nice get here. There is 21 damage on the field. That's really hard to deal with. Another Calm. You genuinely should not have. 6 block. Conclude. Look at that. We take 0. Life's not easy, but we did take 0. The Exhausted Smite is just like, is such a nice play for us. And like, nobody's more surprised than me that we appear to have knocked another bird out here. I'm playing it super slow here. I wouldn't mind drawing none of these. I just don't want to take 4 damage. There you go. Okay. Really, we're pumping the brakes a little bit on this run. And Bop, I'd do it again, by the way. We don't need a Deva form. It's too late for it to be that good. It's a great card. Don't get me wrong. It's just unnecessary right now. We can still just kill you next turn. We have to do 14 total damage. Like, don't make me laugh. Yeah, we had Pen Nib. It's a bit of a waste. Give me Tranquility again. Entering and exiting Calm is going to be super important. Strike strikes me as a card that's not going to be worth all that much for us. But if you know, we're using our brain. We're genuinely using our brain here. Give me an Iron Wave just for, like, some block. 23 damage on the field. It's a bit dangerous. How about we put 23 damage up? We need to get a Battle Hymn out there. 2 Mantra, 4 block. Okay. I mean, I feel like this Dead Branch, it's working for us. It's doing something. They do love to give us Conclude. Reach Heaven is like normally a must play. What about a Tantrum? You'll be at 60. We'll have 3 energy. You'll be at 30. You'll almost be dead. How about that? Pretty exciting. Well, let's smite and see what we get. Whenever a card's created, upgrade it. Not that interested. You gotta try, I think, just to... Okay, honestly, for 1 block, thanks so much. Expunger, do 9 damage 0 times. I'm realizing now, might have been a little foolhardy to create a 0 damage Expunger. Loving this turn. Get owned. Get owned once more. Continue to get owned. Don't forget, you got Stone Calendar. If you can just put up some blocks, you know, everything's okay. In principle, in theory. Re-enter Vigilance. You're probably dead, right? Yeah, you're super dead. And we're not. Who would have thought? Definitely a Foreign Influence upgraded is, you know, a dream situation. I think we can't afford it. Give me more means to enter Calm that also exhaust and then put something in my deck. I don't know. I'm now like, I don't know what I can say if this becomes the best run we've had on the day. It'll be hard for me to live with, I'll tell you that much. It's always tempting to play like the alpha, but I think, you know, Stone Calendar accomplishes similar for us. We would like to weaken you, even though this is, like, not the most efficient play. 15 damage out there. Signature move for 30. Absolutely, we can roast and toast you. I hate the vulnerability, but, you know, it did wipe an enemy off the board. More Tranquility for certain. Oh, and a Weave, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just playing my hands. I'm not playing my deck anymore. I'm just playing my hands. Is this wise? I'd have to imagine that the colloquial answer to that question would be obviously no. 30? Oh, look at that. Apart from that, though, we're doing stuff. Look at this. We can even afford to upgrade a card. Foreign Influence and Discovery are definitely cards we want to upgrade. I almost think you go Foreign Influence first because it exhausts itself. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but this is where we are. And I'm just going to make sure we pop both of these potions ASAP. Miracle, give me some momentum off of the exhaust. I'm willing to go hard on this. We do have Ice Cream, so saving the energy is not bad. We'll meditate, put ourselves back into Calm with an Empty Fist so we can create even more energy. And I'm realizing maybe there is... This will kill you. Wow, look at that. Maybe there is an incredible Conjure Blade play here. Oh, maybe there's an insanely incredible Conjure Blade play here. If we don't draw it this turn but get to wait a couple. I mean, even on this turn it would be okay, honestly. This is like, just put me in Vigilance, take your damage, live your life. Don't even play those attacks. Use them for a Conjure Blade when you draw it. We drew it. You can definitely afford the X's stance. 9 energy, Conjure Blade you're about to draw. You can play your Through Violence, and then just draw this Conjure Blade. I'm begging you. I am begging you. My god, we have now set a new PB on the day. I didn't think such a thing could happen. We don't need a second Conjure Blade. In fact, I kind of am now of the opinion... I mean, you know what? I think a Master Reality can work. Alright, I guess what we're gonna do is make, we're gonna make all enemies a little bit stronger. Timekeeper? It's not bad. I mean, I don't think it's the dream. It's been a long time since we've seen him, and he's very annoying. But I think it's okay. I bet we can kill you. Yep. No problem. Let's see if we can get some momentum. You know, it's not great, but considering the relative cost of 0, I'll live with that. We almost have Pen Nib. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, that don't let that give you a false sense of security. I'll take a Deceive Reality. I'll add... have to feel like an Enlightenment might come in handy. You know what? Let's send it. Start here. This is just a turn where you gotta say a big thank you to the Anchor, and we'll just save energy. Again, I'm not playing a basic strike. You wouldn't catch me dead trying to play a basic strike in this situation. You would catch me dead trying to play a Meteor Strike and the Vault. You would definitely catch me trying to do that. I sadly don't think the Omniscience is the play here, but... And to conclude, which is mutually exclusive with the Vault, unfortunately, we don't have any exhaustible cards that I want to play. Although, now I'm like, an Omniscience into an Eruption, or a Tantrum for that matter, but it's free to play. You might as well use your Eruption, because it'll also exhaust a bunch here. Now that we're in the Eruption stance, that almost kills you. This kills you. This exhausts. It's good damage. Get rid of a burn for sure. No thank you. We'll hit you. Conclude does 32 damage. Like, do we have an exhaustible? Not really. I'll just vault on this one. You're dead. Like, you're actually dead. You're not dead is the thing. The rumors of your demise are greatly exaggerated. You're dead is the thing. Wing Boots. Not the relic I'm looking for, but not necessarily bad. I will use it right away. Let's hit some question marks. Why don't you take my strike? That's actually just very good. I'll take 50 gold. We definitely want some upgrades. I mean, Eruption's a gimme. This Discovery not exhausting, I'm not even sure this is a good thing. I don't know. I mean, I simply do not know. It's all fine. Sure, okay, you know, we could pick cards that exhaust. Let's think of it that way. I'm willing to try an elite fight. This is like the anti-timekeeper. Totally fine by me. Let's start here. Always. Sometimes. Maybe. We need to battle him. Straight up. Don't give me that defend. Don't lie to me, Walt. 4, Conjure Blade for 4 is not bad. Definitely a Vigilance into a Tantrum. Doesn't scare me. You're doing 28 damage. He got mad weapons too. Ain't trying to hear that. We're not going to be able to play a signature move, but a die for free that exhausts, it appeals to me. Give me those. Give me those. Yeah, I'll live with that. Reach heaven in order to get a through violence in our hand in the future. Very important. We take 6. Not a big problem. So, already works well. Give me a foreign influence. Foreign influence into a free backstab. Don't really love the pressure points. You're not doing any damage this turn. In that case, I actually want to play it like this. I'm losing my mind here. See what you get. Not that good. Not that good. Not that, well, it'd be nice to play it. But you can't always get what you want. And you're dead to a smite next turn. This would be like one of the great redemption arcs in Earth's history. If we somehow won this run. After just, like, if I'm being legitimate with you, just playing on tilt, like, the whole time. Let's try to sneak in another elite. We took no damage against the first elite. I feel like we have an obligation to try. Ragnarok. What about that? Ragnarok. Oh, Ragnarok. Da-dum-dum-dum. I really want to draw some kind of eruption. I can live with this. This is only 25 damage. Straight up, it's not the play. It's not that good. It killed those 2 enemies, which was great, but I think we do better either third eye to choose what you get or just a vault and saving the energy, and I'm gonna play it with just the vault. We drew garbage, so I feel like a fool. We'll save a bunch of energy for the next turn in the hopes that we can get like the Conjure Blade of our dreams out there. And now let's start to think about like exhausts. Insight is a big one. We can get the engine started. We still need a little luck. Scrawl is very helpful. But we have Pen Nib. We'll start like this then. Conclude is unlikely to be played, but could technically happen. Discovery. It costs 0 this turn. But I think that we could still use a Spirit Shield for 27 block. Killing you takes 10 damage off the field. It's just science. You're doing 35. Let's be cowards. Play a Perseverance and then a Conclude. We take 3 damage. We got a Tranquility in hand. I'm feeling a-okay. Start with your Insight. Okay, yeah, it's good. We'll Tranquility. Probably play a Devil form, is my guess. Why don't you give me a Cut Through Fate? We will then play our Eruption. You know what? Maybe we won't play a Devil form. This might be the kind of turn where we can just go off. Trying to get to a Pen Nib, I do not think is gonna happen. But with a Smite, I think you're dead. Well, a Smite and anything. Enlightenment, oh, through violence will just get you. Enlightenment into Ragnarok, pretty solid. Captain's Wheel, would you look at that? This time you just let it ride. Pair is okay. And now you fight another elite again, because we can. Foreign Influence, probably will go Iron Wave on this one, unfortunately. Blasphemy, a little dangerous. Don't be a coward. Play it and die instantly. It'll be fun. Okay, we know we're going to play a Reach Heaven, so there's a good one to target it on. You're going to put something in our hand we can't even use, of course. We need to battle him, and in that case, I'm like, I really want to play an Eruption, but you know what? Let's stall it out. You got a Tranquility in hand that you can use for energy in the future, which means you probably should have played your Eruption right then and there anyway. But, so be it. You know what? You get the energy. Because of Ice Cream. Getting an Insight in our hand every turn is is disgusting. Wow. Okay. It's disgusting because it's draw, but also, I mean, it's upgraded draw, and it's also a huge exhaust. Where's my... Oh, at the end of every turn? Excuse me, where did it go then? We know we're going to play the Through Violence. The Conjure Blade is going to be really good, though. You know what? I think you just play your Conjure Blade for 4, and then you still play the Through Violence on top of that. We're going to draw into the Expunger pretty soon. Start here. Then go there. We're at 5 energy. Draw. Expunger. For sure. For sure, for sure. Already doing like over 100 damage. Now we don't want to get killed. Let's play it early. Ah, then we had double damage. Let's empty body. We should have probably taken advantage of Pen Nib, but so be it. We'll wait for our next turn. We still have Pen Nib, but we're still gonna get the kill. We'll tantrum into it. It's one of those times where I'm like, I'm upset with myself, but I'm only upset with myself like because of the principle of it. I'm not actually upset with myself because of how it worked out. You're not dead, huh? Well, I'll kill you with the basic strike then. How does that sound? I do like a Talk to the Hand in the deck. We'll fight a basic enemy, I think. I hate these guys, but whatever. Always the miracle. The energy gets preserved because of Ice Cream anyway. $20 damage? Let's do it like that. I hate to not play a Conjure Blade. You know what? Let's just get it out there. For 2 is not amazing, but... I'm increasingly realizing we have a chance. And I definitely would not say that we've got it locked up. I know it'll sound like I'm being coy just for coyness' sake. I promise you that's not the case. 64? Miscalculated. We are going to take 24 damage here. That's poorly handled. When we could have just stalled for an extra turn. That being said, you are dead. So maybe it's not that bad. We got an Entropic Brew. Might as well come over here. I don't know. I'm feeling like Enlightenment maybe long term. I think the Timekeeper is going to be tough. It's probably the worst boss we could be fighting. It's probably always the worst boss we could be fighting. I don't even think I'm going to play it. I'm just happy to get the exhaust out there. This will always help. 13 damage. Call me crazy. I think you want to take... I mean, you don't want to take 13 damage, but I don't think we mind taking a little. Storing some energy for the future. Fasting should work just fine for us because of Ice Cream. You can probably Erupt Vigilance, mostly because I didn't like the damage that they were doing in the first place. So now we're looking great. But a Reach Heaven is a little dangerous. You're doing 25. Not that dangerous. Not that dangerous. I don't know what we're waiting for here. I guess just one turn where we get enough damage to just, you know, push you over. Well, we start here on the Tantrum. 6 energy. Discovery. Judgment's not going to get us there. For 0, I mean, I guess you just add a Meditate, but I mean, 2 Meditates in hand is pretty stupid. How much damage are you doing? 39? It's not going to stay as 39 forever. We are weak, but we also have Pen Nib. Just like to enter the the Wrath stance, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. It seems like you mind. 32... Omniscience. I mean, you could Omniscience into Wrath and then play all these. I don't know if it'll get us the kill. There's no real other Omniscience target that I love seeing here. We can exit. I think you gotta try. So, Omniscience into Tantrum. And then just start going off, man. And then just start going off. You gotta be able to get out of this. Hold on. So you play your Tranquility, see where you stand. We're taking no damage on this, just pass. Get out of it. Crescendo. Smite. Smite. Okay, so that was our last enemy. I think. Well, okay. Let me tell you, it's gonna cost 0. We might as well take a Windmill Strike then. With the situation we're in at present, I personally, as a human being, that's awesome. Would love to. Close. Give me a Bowling Bash for next turn. Oh, and an Empty Mind. Okay, so we'll take 2 here. I would love to enter the fight full HP, Entropic Brew, and another potion. Whether or not that's actually plausible is something that, you know, we're gonna find out momentarily. Full HP, I definitely see it as being like a theoretical possibility. You are hoping, like, at some point, and, you know, I'm not trying to be, like, a jerk about it, but you're hoping, like, at some point you can get, I don't know, just, like, the ability to exit your stance and have, like, something positive happen or whatever. We're gonna take 1 damage here, and I'm okay with that. I guess we should have played a Bowling Bash. There's no defense, really, to it, but, I think if that can happen, then the win is certainly plausible. Not guaranteed, but plausible. Our deck gets very weird. A Devaform totally works, man. And for 6 HP, sure, I'll upgrade the Devaform so it doesn't disappear. Because being able to stall and then use a Devaform with like a Conjure Blade for like maximum payout is just disgusting. So we might as well pop this early. Block and Plated Armor. There's no reason not to have the Plated Armor out early, I think. And on this guy, we don't mind taking a slight stall. 49 damage is horrendous, of course. But we can generate a lot of block. We'll start here. I think a Mental Fortress is quite nice. Then you have a Tranquility, which takes you to 11. You can Empty Body. Now we're at 25. 37. We can Meditate. This will end our turn, of course. Just Meditate an Empty Body back in the hand. We're rolling energy over for the future. You're doing 27. We can only play 3 cards. But we already have 18 block. I would say 1, 2, 3. And the longer that we have until Conjure Blade shows up, the happier we are. Here it is. We need some block. This is a good block ability. We'll play this to see if we get more block. We have 17 energy. I think you pop your block potion, and then... I mean, 9 damage times 17. 18 damage times 17. Keep in mind, the card doesn't exhaust. So just being able to draw it and like a Tantrum on the same turn is some good stuff. 36 damage 17 times. Okay. Yeah, we won. So that's Ascension 16 in the books. Honestly, never thought I would see it in this video, but look at that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!